You guys can go ahead and start.
I'm like, bro, who cares? Like, stop. Anyway, so yeah, at this point he goes ahead and drops. I couldn't even get into that. But
So Android 16 is starting, and you see the optimal start. He charges his blue-green, and that's really good because that's also an arrival fodder. And he just goes ahead and summons the 18, and he's able to search. And this is a typical turn one play. You kind of want to search for the Android 16 that ramps.
Yeah, and what's really important is that at the end of the turn, she can replace one of the multicolor cards. So I mean, one of your energy with a multicolor card in your hand. Okay, we got him. So he's able to pick that up, and now he's able to place the arrival card that he just got, which is a much better, target to use to have in your energy area.
Right. She's definitely influential in the deck.
Yeah,
for sure. Definitely a great turn one.
Charges of Senzu Bean. This will allow him to use to play his extra card, but it seems like he doesn't have Tournament of Power Arena, right?
Yep.
Wow, that's if he doesn't have it, because likely you play the arena first. So there's no multicolor cards unless, of course, they're the most powerful ones that he has in his hand. So that's pretty rough, just not starting with the multicolor because it's not really needed. Pitches their card and draws. That's really good because he can pick it back up from his drop.
Now we see the turn 2 ramp.
Yep. And now at this point, this is exactly where he wants to be. A few things though. He's gonna have to worry about Victory Strike, and he has to worry about the multi-attacker Goku, the 6-drop,
right.
As well as potential burn damage. Right, he can only run one of those cards, right? Mm-hmm. But the burn, can only use it once per turn, right? It's a limit 1. But remember, if he's able to bring out that 6-drop attacker, get the triple strike, he can go from 4 to 0 in much ease, right? So that's one of the ways he can finish. He also runs Royal Condemnation, which is going to be effective against these all of his arrivals. None of them has deflect, correct?
Right.
So okay, let's see where this is headed. With this information, the Android 16 player is going to be able to generate decent amount of damage. But there we go with the arena, and this is going to allow his Goku to really control his draws. And this is where the game is going to get a little bit more difficult once we start seeing that 3 and 4 energy range. Blockers are great against the other Goku, the triple strike attacker. So that'll be a way to avert and deal with that. He also does have access to bringing out the Android 21 through the combo step, which would then allow him to KO that battle card. So the biggest thing is his Victory Strike. Can he deal with the Victory Strike?
Right.
And then at this point, Android 16 can get a lot of attackers on board. He has ways of dual attackers, etc., which would definitely deal with Goku. Another thing in this matchup is obviously the Unison. If he's able to bring out his 4-drop Unison, he's going to generate draws, and the 3-drop Goku will not be as huge of a threat as he is.
Yeah, neither will that 6-drop triple attack guy.
That's the guy that can attack more than 3 times technically. He's playing against Legends, and he attacked 4 times with the guy.
Yeah, so he's going into turn 4, and this is powerful because he's 2 turns ahead of the Goku by even going first.
Right.
And so this is good because this is exactly where we're seeing. Now he can awaken.
He awakens at a high life, but the only thing is that he has to make sure that he can deal with a Victory Strike, right? He has to hoard his block, his negates, which is important because he's not going to be able to use blocker effects against this guy. Another thing to say is that when they get to 5 energy, the longer this game goes for Android 16 is the actual better, honestly.
Right.
Because not only does he have access to Mega Ramp, but also once Victory Strike comes out, if he's not at that 5 or 6 mark, Goku's going to have to wait. Like, he can stall this game out. Goku's not going to be able to go into his hand, and then you can just, you can actually play a different game against your opponent, right?
We see the negate there.
Yeah, that's rough. You don't want to see the negates. And what's good is that Android can pick up the negate, from his no battle cards.
I think she can only pick up Android cards, I believe. I'm not too sure. You can
I thought she fixes the energy, but the negate is fine because no, it's not. Actually, no, it's not. You just don't want to lose extra cards.
Because you know the only card you lose to.
Yeah, the only card that he can lose to in this matchup right now is. So
once you have 2 negates, you know he has to take both of them out.
He's gonna be at 5 life, so burn damage is not gonna be a thing. He has Boo, so the 6-drop multi-attacker is not gonna be a thing. It's literally Invoker saying, "Hey, am I gonna be able to victory strike you?" Sparks the negate. Now this is good because he says, "Hey, I'm gonna have to get myself to 5 life, or sooner."
Still has the Boo attack.
Yeah, and this will put him at 6. Put him at 4. Super combos places a card. That's interesting. Losing
once that hand control starts to take effect, it's gonna start being really nasty.
Right.
So he's only at 3 energy. So that's why Android 16 is in such a better position right now.
Much better position.
Because his turn 3, we already know his turn 3 essentially is dedicated to his 3-drop and Awakening. So, you know, I don't know.
I mean, you definitely gave him the keys to Awaken this turn.
Right.
But
goes ahead and taps the.
And Android 16 is such a powerful. This is one of the decks that we're describing as a powerful deck.
Right.
Sorry about that.
He goes ahead and taps the extra card, and he's able to look at the top 3, and this is good because he'll be able to at least attack with lead, draw a card, and pick up that card, and you know, even if he awakens. But look, he's able to just pick up these negates.
Now this is gonna deal with his weenies right now. Both of those little androids are going to die if he attacks. You know.
I guess to remove that card again to search for another extra card from the top of the deck, which is really good.
Yeah, you go ahead and combo them off now because they lost their value. Even here, you can just combo him off.
All right, I would have definitely went into the Unison. Oh no, he's unawakened right now. Kind of figuring out what he wants to do. If he drops the 3-drop, he has to awaken this time.
I mean, yeah, definitely. Which should be good because it'll give him access to 2 multicolored energy, right? On taps 2. And that would give him access to his negates, right? Which can bounce battle cards back to the hand and then let him draw 2 cards, which will then replenish his energy. Replenish his hand. So that's not terrible. It goes ahead with the Violent Rays, and this is really important for dealing with his bigger turns, right? It's just really, there's so much glare on this match. You heard?
Yeah, it's fine. So he's gonna go ahead and attack with Android 16 need. And Goku opted not to drop the 3-drop, and that makes sense.
Hits the negate, and will be able to KO. It will send a battle card, sends a drop. Oh no, so he didn't use the negate. He just pitched that and used the beam, which will allow him to be at 20k.
Alright.
He's under Violent Rays anyhow. Drops that ramp, so he could potentially be playing the 8-drop Android 21, Android 16, and what's that, 16 and 17?
17 and 18.
Yeah, 17 and 18, which is pretty
If he does that, then that's, oh wow.
Yeah, so he's definitely, that's his strategy.
He'll be able to summon that next turn.
Yeah.
Once it's charged. Wow.
Also, Zamasu being a very powerful card in this matchup, kind of, because he does run Death Ball, which would be able to kill this indestructible Zamasu. So it's a powerful card, but it's not, you know, one of the be-all end-all. Does he turn the card sideways? Wow.
3 of the amplification.
And
yeah,
he's gonna just super combo and get damage. Now you have to pitch another extra card, which is not an issue, But you do have to pitch another extra card. And since I can't attack, he likely can't attack with 20k battle cards or the Unison. Don't know what he chose, but looks like he could have just chosen the Unison. Takes the card under a beam. But yeah, what's so interesting is that, you know,
well, yeah, because
Goku's hand
10k meter, so he would only be a 10 plus 5 is 15.
Yeah, but he's not awakened, so he can pitch extra cards to to go.
So he would go to 20 to his 20, and he would have to raise 2 cards.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's that. I thought he went to 10k.
Oh, he's a 5k.
Yeah. So going down to 3 is really interesting. The fact that he didn't invest any energy on his turn 3, and he has such a large amount of energy open now. It begs the question as to what is his strategy. You know, he does have some options. Awakening, the later he awakens it is, the better. But is it worth losing, you know, going down to 3 life against a deck that can generate mass attackers?
Right.
That's the scary part. He's at 5 life. He needs to either stall his awakening for victory strike, you know, or the victory strike doesn't have deflect, right? No.
Victory strike doesn't have deflect, but it doesn't matter. You can't do anything with victory strike.
I mean, you can guard ceiling
it. No, it's an activate main. You cannot.
But the activate main is the one that opens up the counter play window.
No, you can't guard victory strike.
Okay, fair. I haven't read Victory Strike in some time. If the clause that stops him from activating effects first happens before then play this card,
activate main,
and then play this card. Okay, because so the part of the effect that allows him to play him creates counter timing. Because I was pretty sure that they could use like Poutine could arrest him or something. There was a difference between him and Full Shrouded. There was like a small opening between him and Full Shrouded, but okay, maybe I'm wrong.
Only extra cards.
If you lead across universe serving, you have 5 more red multicolored cards. Negate the skill of all of your opponent's 9 extra cards in all areas until the end of your opponent's next turn. Then play this card for But the entire fair. Even though the entire effect creates a counter timing, I haven't had that interaction a lot, but.
It don't matter because you're negating the skills of everything that's not an extra card.
So
this is what he was saving his awaken for.
Yeah.
Just so you can be able to have that 2 extra energy.
Now Topo is really important in this matchup, even though he does run the risk of being guard ceiling.
Right.
This is rough. Placing a super combo and a Topo. Cards that cost no energy to combo. Under the leader, that's kind of rough. Pops that, he's gonna go right into the hand. Oh no, he can actually pick up, go into the hand. You just gotta have an idea of what he has. Look at this, 3 negates. Oh my goodness, look. 3 negates. And multiple guard ceilings. 4 negates. There's no way he can win this game. There's no way. Not even. His other win con is not viable.
It has deflect.
I understand it has deflect, but he has Boo on board. It doesn't matter. This is rough. Looking at this right now.
Find a way to get rid of Boo,
yeah, but he doesn't have attackers.
Yeah, but he can also.
So what did he hit? He hit the God Ceiling.
He can summon Victory Strike, and then he can summon Fu.
He needs to do that, but Fu can get gosh. Oh no, he can't get.
No, because until the next turn, right?
Yeah, nah.
Oh no, he could.
Yeah, he could. So he would get. Yeah, he would get God Ceiling.
Yeah.
And that would be rough. This is rough.
You can always take the God Ceiling out and leave the negates.
Yeah, but he had 3 God Ceilings. 3 God Ceilings and 4 negates. I just don't see a way that Invoker can win this matchup right now. This honest, look how much energy he has. I just don't see a way. He showed you, he said, you're not going to beat me with any of your cards prescribed. For me, just looking at this feels like now in an unwinnable matchup. He has the 5 pieces of Exodia. Look, it's just rough. He looked into his hands. Oh man. That's rough. I mean, if there's a way to, I don't know if there's a way to win Invoker. It's really rough. You don't have the board presence required to force his hand down. Your big battle cards, he has answers. You know, you try to do the little 3-drop Goku, you're getting God Sending. You try to attack with the triple strike.
Yeah. But players have to figure out.
Well, no, I'm weird. That's what we're doing.
Players have to figure out. You know, they gotta figure out things.
Right, but this is exactly. But I'm saying, just based on what we're looking at.
We see that Android 20. What was that? 21. Android 21. And he's playing the 7-drop, and this is big because not only is he like hand controlling, but he has another alternate win condition. The guy's at 2 life, so you can go ahead and summon this guy, and you would pop. You would instantly pop him, and he's doing it. Wow. And putting him at 1 life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just don't see how Invoker could have won this matchup. Once he went into his hand, oh my, they just tapped another energy for this guy. He's gonna search the deck for another Android 21. That's game.
He did not have a.
He didn't even have to attack.
Wow.
That's game.
Oh my god! And this is on his leader attack. Whose turn is it? This is on his turn. Oh my god, wow. And we're seeing how...
Precisely.
Oh man.
Punched me in my life for no reason.
Wow, that's nuts.
I want to take a shit.
That's absolutely nuts.
That is pretty nuts. Once he saw his hand, there was no way to win.
Wow. Wow, guys. That was pretty insane just now. That was pretty